Hello, my name is Becky Mather and I'm one of the facilitators of the Parenthetical Learning Community. I serve as an outreach specialist and parent educator at the University of Wisconsin-Madison and the University of Wisconsin Cooperative Extension. Today I have the opportunity to chat with Dr. Laura Kastner. Dr. Kastner is a clinical psychologist who specializes in child, adolescent, and pediatric psychology. Dr. Kastner has also co-authored 4 books for parents of children in their preteen and teen years. Today we are talking with Dr. Kastner about her book, Getting to Calm, Cool-Headed Strategies for Parenting Tweens and Teens, and hearing her thoughts on how parents can best navigate the challenging waters of adolescence. Dr. Kastner, the word calm in the title of your book, Getting to Calm, is an acronym for some key principles that you wrote in your book. What are those principles and how can they be helpful to parents as they're parenting their teens?
Well, I think the word calm is a very pleasant one, but first I think I want to step back and describe why I think it's so important to stay calm. And that's really translating some of the science of emotions. When any of us are triggered by something upsetting or distressing in a loved one or in the environment in any way, we're triggered. And what that means is that we're activated in the emotion part of our brain, which is in the center of our brain, but sort of behind the eyes. There's a little structure in there called the amygdala, and we trigger that, and then we have this flooding of emotion, this arousal of our physiological system. Our heart rate can soar up to 100 beats to 145 beats a minute. And then we're really not very rational. We're thinking in terms of, I'm a victim, you're the villain, I'm right, you're wrong. And it really exaggerates emotions to the point that we don't operate well with some of the people that we really care about. So when we're upset by our child, our teenager, our family member, we can get very, very irrational, very, very upset, and use language that we'll regret later. So I like to have this acronym, CALM, to help us remember, like a policeman or a firefighter, that in a state of emergency, we remember a protocol, if you will, for how to act productively in that situation. So C stands for cool down. We're hot-headed. We need to cool down. A stands for assess your options. L stands for listen with empathy. And M stands for map a plan. So C, cool down, means our heart rate is soaring. We need to breathe deeply. Don't talk under the influence of high emotion. A means we're going to assess our options. The cool thing is once we're actually trying to deliberate and evaluate pros, cons of various approaches to our teenager, we're automatically triggering neuronal activity in our thinking brain, which of course is where we deliberate. So when we assess our options and we go, should I wait till later? Shall I talk to other parents? Should I talk to my spouse? How should I approach it? We're automatically going to become more rational and wiser about how we approach. The next one is listen with empathy, because when we want to start up and really be productive after we've had some huge conflict with a family member, we want to start with a bridge that listens to their side. It may not be agreement, it may not be approval, but we can always really search to see things from their perspective. You know, that I'm an obstacle between you and everything you want right now, or something like that. We always start with empathy and listening. And then fourthly, map a plan. Whenever we have a big, fight with a family member or a teenager, we want to think, do I need to have a different policy? Do I need to have a different approach? I change my rules, maybe have an overview of what's going on in the family, really do some problem solving. So that is, whenever we have a problem, we might want to see it as an opportunity to step back and really review our parenting. So that's the acronym.